Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Slowcast. We are live here once again, and you might have noticed it's been a while. It's been about, how about 8 months? Yes, it has been 8 months. On the last episode, we interviewed Peter Scraps, and that was quite an experience. I really had a great time having Peter on, and that was probably the highlight of the Slowcast, but there was a lot of issues with mic quality on mine. I had it turned down really low. But now everybody's on one mic again, like previous episodes. So today on this episode, we are talking about the Sgt Picklehead ARG. If you are unaware about it, it is basically a short horror series that Sgt Picklehead, Robert, created on his Sgt Picklehead YouTube channel. It started out small, and then it got really big, and now has a massive following. And so today we are going to interview them. I'm here with Robert and Alex. Hello, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up? So, are you guys ready for the, Slowcast treatment?
Yeah, man. We finally found Alex.
We did. Good job. We did it.
We did it. Sgt Picklehead's over.
I can't believe it. We did it.
After having a friendly rape with the blind man,
Blind Bob.
Blind Bob. Everybody. So, before we get into the Q&A session of the stream, I'm gonna ask a couple of questions to Roberto and Alex about the series. I've been a part of it for a little while, but it's interesting to hear about the head of the series, Roberto. So, the obvious question is, how did you come up with this series right now? Where is it? How's it going, where are you with it now? How well is it going?
So, it's actually going quite well. We're actually going to be recording a couple of episodes soon that are going to go up in time. But the series is, as far as I'm concerned, for the most part, going as I want it to. There's a couple of things that happens every once in a while that halts production, maybe some occasional recasting. And I'm still trying to figure out some dates for where I can have a lot more people over to play some of the bigger episodes that involves a lot of characters. But
a lot of
dies instantly. But yeah,
himself.
For the most part, the series is going quite well. It's going very smoothly. I mean, again, beforehand when I was building the Messiah costume, the series got delayed for I think almost 2 months.
I don't think it was 2 months. I think
it's
it
more
was
like a month.
I thought it was a week, 2 weeks for some reason.
It felt like a month to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, you upload a lot. Notably, you upload a lot of episodes in a month. You do very well with that. Because a stupid Slowking show episodes take a lot of time to film and edit, and because I'm constantly filming more. But with Robert, he's constantly on top of everything with the ARG.
Yeah, mostly because I'm motivated to do it, but also another thing I've noticed is something that goes on with a couple of bigger ARGs out there is on web series is episodes tend to take a really, really long time to come out, sometimes months to a year, and I get it. Filming's hard, especially when you're doing a lot of the big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, but for now, things are kind of small. It's going to get a little bigger, I guess, in ambition eventually.
Yep.
But nothing that's out of reach for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to keep it within my ability.
Well, sometimes it seems to go out of reach with the types of casting you do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just can't get enough people to do stuff. Notably, I've had that problem before too, but especially with this, sometimes people have their limits, basically.
Yeah. What's the next question?
Yeah, you okay, I thought you were gonna say something. I was just gonna talk about here. For the costume of this entity, this creature, what was your inspiration off of that? Is my question.
So, kind of the main inspiration for the design of the Messiah is actually based off of it should be a very familiar monster to a couple of people who are probably within the horror community, just know this stuff. It's called the Wendigo. It's not the monster is not a Wendigo. You'll probably notice very soon in the series that these are two different entities. But I based it off the design of the Wendigo, at least one interpretation of the creature, because there's multiple versions of it. Like, there's one where it's like a gangly, emaciated, rake-esque humanoid creature.
Like that one thing from Until Dawn.
Yeah,
right?
Until Dawn. Yeah, that Wendigo. And then there's also the ones that's kind of based off of mine, which is like a big, brooding, hairy creature that typically has a deer skull or a deer head. And that was kind of like, also, that design was the one that scared me the most when I first heard it. Like, it scared the hell out of me when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to use that as the monster because it was kind of my boogeyman as a kid.
So, especially in the ARG series, you rely on a lot of characters to fulfill some of, like, the scares and the ambitions you do. Can you explain, like, the characters and where some of them came from? Like, a lot of this is just asking about your motivations, but also a lot of it is about, like, what kind of characters, what kind of roles these characters play in the series, and, like, how do they affect the series based on what they do?
So the characters, like a lot of Robert's friends, are, they're kind of there as sort of an eye of the storm. Like, it's, for the most part, most of the episodes they're in, there's a couple of notable exceptions where when they're hanging out, things go horribly, horribly wrong. Yeah.
I hurt myself. I hurt myself on the ARG.
Reed hurt himself on the
ARG.
ARG.
Oh my God, Reed hurt himself. We'll get to
some of those funny production stories.
Yeah, production stories.
But anyways, they're kind of like almost an eye in the storm. They're like, you know, they try to make the atmosphere more calm, but also more tense at the same thing, that you know that it's going to build up to something else. Something horrible is going to happen to Robert. And within this next part in the series, I guess, I've kind of divided it into like 3 parts, I think, just based on the timeline of events so I can keep my ideas organized. This next one is where Robert's friends like Graham, Ethan, and Reed tend to become a little less and less common in the series because it shows more and more of his isolation. This is like when the horror really starts to kick in.
And what part? You said what part is this in?
This is like this second part that's coming.
Okay. It seems like most recently you've started using more characters for the series, especially like the Herald, Mark Klaus, Graham, Ethan, Reed, Alex.
Oh yeah,
all these characters.
They're also gonna play.
Messiah's finally shown up instead of just being more of an idea.
The Messiah first began as just like a whisper in the wind almost from Prophet. Even then, the Messiah wasn't name dropped too much.
Didn't you say Search and Rescue was sort of the unofficial end of
part 1? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm also putting a lot of episodes of Graham and Ethan just to lead up to that part where Robert's all isolated. And Mark Klaus and the Herald are still going to be quite common in those parts. In fact, they're going to appear more so because this is as the Messiah is getting more powerful and more control over Robert, and Mark Klaus's motivation is he doesn't want that, so he's getting more desperate. And that's also another big thing of Robert is Prophet wants Robert to kill Mark Klaus. And also the Herald. And those two characters are kind of like, and trying to fill the role of just, they're almost anti-heroes when you think about it. I mean, Mark Klaus is definitely more antagonistic than the Herald is. Yeah. But the Herald is really more of an anti-hero than he is a villain in the series.
He's the Red Hood of the AGR universe.
AGR. Oh, guys, we're calling it AGR. It's like the slowest. You remember that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the slowest.
Like autocorrect.
Oh, it's called the slowest. Gotta change it.
Great.
Sorry.
But Alex's part in the series, originally he was going to be kind of like Graham and Ethan in the sense that he's like Robert's friend, sticking with him for most of it. But just the distance that Alex lives from where I live makes it kind of hard to do like a bunch of episodes with him. So I decided I'm gonna use him as a plot device. But I decided he's still like very big behind the scenes. I mean, he was the first person I pitched this idea to, so that's why he's on this stream with us. I pitched this idea to him before I talked about it with Graham, which is kind of weird because I actually talk about this kind of stuff with Graham first.
Yeah, I can imagine it's a little bit different,
but
a different thing to talk to me about.
Yeah,
you couldn't come to your good buddy Graham.
Well, we usually make like meme videos.
What?
For the most part.
That's true.
Yeah, I remember the pitch when you were telling me. I was like,
Yeah,
it sounds pretty insane, and it's definitely evolved over time.
It's evolved.
Sorry.
That's all right.
It's evolved quite a bit. It went from just a story about a kid and this monster to a lot more characters. There's a lot more.
A bit of a satire in certain areas.
It's kind of a satire.
It's a self-insert.
Yeah, it's basically no.
Self-insert.
But actually, the series is kind of a satire on religion in general, which you guys will eventually see.
Wait, is this the sausage party?
Maybe.
The sausage party of ARGs?
Maybe. But it is kind of a big satire on religion because, you can already see this now, is just kind of, we build up, like, our religious figure as this big, perfect being that's, going to save us all, but in reality, it might not be like that, which is exactly what Prophet's doing, saying the Messiah is going to bring omniscience and save humanity from the unknown, but the Messiah is not that. I'm not saying that if there is a God out there, that God's this evil, malevolent creature that's planning on torturing people.
He's not from the Hellraiser universe.
Yeah, but the Messiah is a very extreme example of that, but I'm just saying that, the figures that we worship, if they are out there, they might not be everything we build them up to be, and that's kind of what this whole series is about.
It's maybe an allegory for the fear of God or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, special allegories. That's a fun time.
Allegories.
It was a very fun time.
Yep.
Symbolism.
What was it like when you were pitched this, Alex?
Well, I'll be honest, like, I didn't actually think he was going to do it. I kind of thought, like...
Well, that's what I thought, too.
Yeah, like, he was telling me, I was like, this sounds pretty crazy, and it could work, but it could easily be very boring and very stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw, and for a while, I wasn't sure how I was going to go those first few episodes, but then I saw that one episode, New Year's.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized Bobby has a talent. And he has resources.
Thank you.
No problem, buddy. And he has ways to do it. And I realized this is going to be a good series. And Graham's masterful direction of the freaking pizza pie stuff, that was amazing. That was the moment where I was like, ugh.
Okay, so a little...
You nutted to the series?
Oh, I watched Sgt Picklehead, ARG, I nutted 3 times. Okay. Stream complete.
Uh-oh.
That's a little weird. Alrighty then, that's a little... Okay, the stream just stopped a little bit in the middle. It's kind of fun. That's wonderful. This is gonna be the best episode yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna... So, a little bit about that part with the pizza pie. When Robert was gonna do that, I said to have music playing as, like, sort of this innocence there, as, like, sort of this distraction, too. So, when Robert runs out to meet whatever the black-robed figure is, I assume it's the Prophet, and he chases him, he comes back in, it's this sort of innocence, like, you've experienced something, and you don't know what this is, but you come back, and it's sort of like this warmth, and it's also sort of like this realism. So when I pitched it to him, he was kind of against it, and I was like, we should do it. And he's like, all right, it's fine.
It's kind of showing the 2 different worlds the characters are in, where Bobby's sort of in Stark, but at your time, at that point in the series, you really weren't in the deep in this yet, so kind of time labeling there.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense going from that.
Yeah, and it's definitely something that did work when we did it.
Yeah. What did you think of not having Reed on the podcast? Logan is gone. We were gonna have Logan on the podcast.
Yeah, we were going to have him, and thing is, this is not the only Q&A we'll probably do for this series.
Well, then again,
but the next one won't be for a while.
We could probably release the video we did for it if we really want to.
Yeah, I can edit that. But
it's just another thing to edit.
But yeah, also Reed Logan, he is also someone who plays a big part behind the scenes. A lot of stuff. He's also someone that, if I can't pitch my ideas to Graham, he's usually the one I talk to because I see him like every day before school. Mm-hmm. And Graham and I, unfortunately, do not go to the same facility.
Oh my god, no, yeah. It is a tragic story.
It is a tragic story.
I abandoned him because I am a horrible person.
Yes,
and
you are,
I prefer my education over my friends. That is right. Man, I prefer...
Education.
Education.
These friends we have books.
My only friends are books.
Make love to me, Hermione.
Annabeth, suck my D. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs. I love SpongeBob. Well, I love the first 3 seasons of it.
Are you one of those after the movie it was bad people?
Wait, after the movie
what? First 3 seasons, after the SpongeBob movie, you thought it was bad?
There was a noticeable drop in quality in a few episodes, but there was a few good ones too.
Yeah. I really don't. I can't tell the difference between the seasons. Looking back on now, I can tell a difference, but I just remember watching it so much as a kid and stopping. But now I only watch the old stuff because that's the best stuff. I remember the chocolate episode.
Oh yeah.
And
chocolate. Written by Kaz.
And the gorilla episode. Those are the
best. Yeah.
We were talking about last night. The gorilla stuff, that is masterpiece.
Were you the man under the gorilla suit?
No, that was another friend.
No, that was Camille.
Yeah,
really? Camille, he's funny, dude.
He's awesome.
I was the horse head guy. We got slapped around a lot.
No, we had 2 different actors playing the horse head.
My pride.
Do you remember? Did Robert show you the YouTube poop I made a little while back? A couple years back.
I don't think I showed him that. We have to.
He did not. He did not see it. It was back in the days where my memes were pretty bad. I'm not afraid to admit that because they've gotten better. It's a noticeable jump in quality.
Yep.
It's funny is that I organize my playlist by watch, and I always think about what if I organize my playlist by the newest videos first, but then I'm that's gonna be a chore. So I'm just you know what? Let's put all the worst stuff first and turn people off to my content. That's how it works, guys. You know what? That's how it works.
Oh well, but if you stick through it and it starts to get really good, it feels worth it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Hermione. We're a cult in ourselves. All right, so I think now we're going to devolve on into little talk, little snippets of stories and stuff we have from the ARG. Just in general, just talking about behind the scenes stuff and how does it work, how things go on. And so, Robert, do you want to start off by telling a story?
A story. Well, there's one particular one that comes to mind.
Oh, I think we all know.
And I really wish Logan was here for this one.
I wish he was here.
Ooh, I don't know this story.
Okay. Well, this is why we have this podcast. We hear it live.
So, basically, we're filming Tree Line. The one where we introduce the Messiah, the big bad of the series. It was going to be a really cool episode. Mm-hmm. And then, on our way back, some lady comes up to us, and she's asked,
I know.
I told you this one. And she's like, "What are you guys doing?" And I was like, "Oh, we were just filming. We were just filming a stupid web series." And it was like, "Okay, well, I just saw your friend in this weird deer skull costume." And Reed just full death comes across his face because basically I told him to basically get out of the shot, just stand behind the tree or something so the camera doesn't see him while we're filming. I mean, it probably wouldn't have mattered if we seen him because it could be like, oh, he was standing in the background. Whoa, that's cool.
Oh my gosh, wow. Oh my god.
But anyways, I told him to stay back there, and he he did that, and this lady saw him, and she was on the phone with the dispatcher. We almost got the cops called on us.
Thought it was my turn to the strangers or something.
And then she only got off the phone with them as soon as she saw Graham, Ethan, and I come out of the woods and realized it was just us screwing around.
Yep.
So yeah, could have gone a lot worse.
Well, that was kind of interesting. You know, this is a little weird.
Yeah, it was one of those things that like
story.
It just gave me a good breath of fresh air to tell me to always ask the property owners before we film stuff like that.
Yeah, especially that, because in the stupid Slowking show, I don't like to go out of my range for that. Master Magi, I do. I went on the side of the road for that. But, it just shows, don't go out of your range, guys.
I kind of have to go out of my range, because I have, like, nothing in my backyard.
That's true. I mean, what's funny is that I've been filming for, filming my shows for, 6 years. And the backyard of my house has been so boring. I'm just no, I'm kind of done.
I mean, I have a trampoline. Mark, Klaus, and Robert fight.
You have a fenced yard, and then you have that little branch. I'm like, I could use all this too, because I'm like, this is so great. I love all this location stuff.
Yeah.
You guys should come to my place. It's got a big woods area in the back.
It does.
That's some stuff.
Do you have a rice field that I can use?
Not yet, but we can get it for you.
Oh, bless you. That makes it nice.
Yeah, Alex. I mean, pretty obvious that we filmed that episode at Alex's house, the search and rescue, and that one scene of Harold and Robert in the woods. That was Alex's backyard. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, wow, that's very cool.
So I'm thinking, if I find a creek back there, I might just use that because it'll be easier than me having.
Oh my God! Genius drinks river water for views 3.
Yes.
Did you just cringe?
He cringed.
He cringed. I'm sorry. No,
yes.
That is.
Threw up in his mouth a little.
Yeah, he did. It was revolt.
Fucking dodgeball or something.
Oh my gosh, it was like old Sgt Picklehead content. Here we go.
Oh God, 2016 Sgt Picklehead.
I don't hate your old content though.
I hate my old content.
I don't hate it. The WoW stuff? Are we talking the WoW?
I love the WoW stuff.
The WoW's great.
I love WoW. I'm like, when Sgt Picklehead quit WoW for the ARG, I'm just like, oh man.
I can still continue on Cynical Pickle. But
Ready French fries.
The ARG is actually something I've been wanting to do for a while, and now that I have people who are willing to do it, that's when I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do it, and you're gonna slam into the table and knock things down.
Yes.
That's how you do it, guys.
That's my writing process.
That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how the greatest do it.
Yep.
I was one to write down scripts and make screenplays. No, you just do it. You just slam on your table.
That was improvised the whole thing.
Yeah, you fist your table. Mm-hmm. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do it here.
Infinity fist your table.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Thanos gets.
Thanos. Oh, we gotta tell him that story, all right? So here we go, right?
Thanos. I didn't say Thanos. I said Thanos. I mispronounced it.
You mispronounced Thanos.
Well, I think that's how they said it. But wait, all right. So I was watching this video, and this guy was talking about people ruin Infinity War.
Oh,
and the guy,
you watch people ruin Infinity War.
Yeah, and the video was it was a conversation on Twitter or something where the guy was like, listen, Ant-Man could have been Thanos. He could have just crawled up his ass and then turned big and destroyed Thanos. But then this fan, he went nah man, Thanos' ass cheeks are too hard, man. He was squashed. Ant-Man. And then they text his picture of Thanos, so this fat, juicy ass, man. And he's just posing for the picture. And it's just why? And Thanos.
Thanos. Oh my gosh.
Thanos.
I think it was Thanos.
That's
Thanos.
so wonderful. That is so great. Wow. For as for stories and as for other stories and stuff, I would like to know, my question was, when you got the deer skull, I'm like, you could have gotten a much scarier deer skull, is my question. So you got this one off of Etsy for $90?
Not 90, but it was completely overpriced, but it was the best thing we could have found. We were going to use a real deer skull, but the problem is it was too heavy.
Okay.
It's too big, it was too heavy to use.
You know what, yeah.
I had the Messiah hunched over.
Yeah.
He hunches over.
But that actually did give me a push in the right direction of what I want to do with Messiah, because now this is how I want to make him scary. Not because he looks scary, but because of the way he's torturing Robert. that's what I want to use to make him scary.
Okay. Yeah.
So it kind of like by making him not look scary like by himself, this gives me just I have to try new things to make him actually intimidating.
Okay, so
I mean, like lipstick face demon isn't scary because he looks like a Darth Maul clone. He's scary because he's torturing a unconscious kid.
Yeah. And you just add jump scares. Jump scares make everything scary.
So I'm thinking maybe a topic we could have for this podcast is just how excited we are for Creep 3, dude.
Oh my god.
How excited we are for the Slender Man movie.
Oh my god,
right.
Slender Man.
We need to talk about that. Because,
Yes.
like, that looks...
I mean, look, guys.
You know what? This is an ARG. Do you know what else is an ARG? Marble Hornets Tribe 12. Do you know what they have? Slender Man.
Oh my god.
So
Marble
we can
Hornets.
talk about Slender
Yep,
Man.
we can talk about Slender Man.
We can talk about Slender Man. I'm in the same category.
I'm hyped for the Slender Man movie. It's my favorite movie. But it touches nowhere near the Bye Bye Man, guys.
Oh, gosh.
The Bye Bye Man is wonderful. It's an amazing movie.
I think there is...
Graham, you're going to die tonight. You said his name.
Oh, yeah? Bye Bye Man.
No, but I'm thinking there's like a 30% chance this could be good. And the 70...
A 30? That's too high.
I'm giving it high, you know... But I saw that trailer, I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting worse. I was expecting some real bad shit.
Real bad.
I'm sorry, excuse my language, but like, you know...
Excuse my language. This is a Christian channel. Thank you very much.
This is stupid Slowking. You're not allowed to curse on it.
Of course not. We have families who watch this.
Well, no, I didn't think that...
Do you want to hear my demographic?
Sure.
I was going on my demographic one day, and I saw my channel has like the most audience from 24 to 32-year-olds. Are you guys surprised?
No. Yeah, I'm surprised.
My audience isn't kids, which is funny.
Which is like, well, I wonder what they're doing, man. Like
they're jerking off to me. Why are they doing this? Do they like little children?
They like my Sgt Picklehead costume.
All my audience members are pedophiles.
Oh my god. Yeah. Guys, you're not a pedophile. You're not a pedophile.
No. Yeah, if you're watching this.
And if you are,
if you're watching this, if we're watching this, we love you because you're actually watching our shitty video.
And hey, even if you are a pedophile, just keep watching it, man. Because we need the views.
We need the views.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was
we need you, pedophiles. We need you to friendly rape us.
That was probably not the brightest thing I could have said.
This is gonna be like taken so much out of context now.
We were talking about Super, and we were talking about if anyone's. Oh, sorry.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the movie Super.
Super. I love Super. It's like one of my favorite movies. But there's a scene, right?
Yeah.
Where. Ellen Page's character.
Okay, it's Ellen Page.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She was kind of posing the suit. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of found it pretty hot. I was like,
pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah.
Very spicy.
Yeah, I was like, dang, this is a great movie because he like freaking knocks over the guy who's robbing from the wheelchair and just hits the wheelchair, which is hilarious. And he like drops the brick and he's like, ha, and stuff. So,
yeah.
But there's this one scene.
Okay.
Where Ellen Page was like. Really horny and stuff, right?
Yeah, she was.
And she's walking over with her suit, and Rainn Wilson's just trying to sleep, man. And she's just trying to like dance. She's like, ooh, hey. And he's like, what you doing? and she's like, come on, man. Can we just make him? He's like, I am a married man. That's a sin. And she's like, but doing your mask, then it won't be you who's doing it. And he's like, just leave me alone. Go get some sleep. We have a big day tomorrow. He's like, no. And so she just freaking grabs him, pins him down, and friendly rapes him. Because, like, I feel like, I don't know. You know what? Never mind. Because he kind of throws up afterwards. But, I mean, it's portrayed as like a, it's portrayed as like a nice scene, I guess. I mean, it's not portrayed like a rape scene. It's portrayed like two bros having some fun.
Yeah, you know, just like it's portrayed as a sexy, slick, fun scene. Yeah, but it's not. It's bad.
Seductively with water.
It is really bad. Like my part of this for it was like, she doesn't have a redeeming character arc. She just dies. and the thing about it is like, I'm like, that's actually kind of sad because she was young, she was like in her 20s, and like you kind of related to her struggle of being in a deadline job and wanting to be something that she wasn't, and then she dies, and it just makes you feel bad because she doesn't have like a continuing after that.
Well, I feel like her arc was kind of supposed to be the kind of joy in Rainn Wilson's journey, because like I feel like without her, he would have just kind of just done his thing and would have been lonely, but she kind of taught him that you can move on, and like it's in between the panels and stuff like that. So I feel like maybe her character arc wasn't in service for her, but in service for him, which you can view that however you want.
All right, yeah, that's an interesting way to view that.
Because like, you know, at the end they like, hey, how's that picture of her, and he's just like,
all right. So let's move on to the question portion of it. Robert, do you have the questions ready?
Yes, I actually have a couple.
All right, let's go for it.
Tell us the questions, dude.
So actually, one of them was actually sent to me via Instagram, so not on the Discord, and it was, what is your goal for creating the series? And honestly, I just want to kind of create something that doesn't even get popular, just has somewhat of a small cult dedicated following. If I get that, I consider that a win, and I already kind of have that with the Discord. People who will go out of their way to decode this stuff, and honestly, I was a little code happy at the beginning of the series, and the reason I did that is because I wanted to see if there would be people who'd be willing to go out of the way to solve puzzles for this series, and there were, so that kind of gives me that incentive, like, okay, I'm not going to do any more codes until I really do it that's actually going to add to the story, because there's a couple of big things I'm planning on hiding, and I'm really excited for that, and that comes later on in the series. But yeah, I really don't want this series to become like mainstream or anything, because that's when it dies.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna go mainstream. There's no way.
There's no way. But I'm just saying, like, that's most people's goals, though, is to go like mainstream, become super famous. That is not my goal of this. If I get like a cult following,
you need like a Peter Scraps following, like that kind of following.
Yeah. If I get that kind of following, then I've won.
Okay.
I mean, like, you know me, I don't want to be mainstream, but I mean, I'm kind of one of those guys who are like, what's the point of making art if no one's gonna read it, you know?
Exactly. That's so true. That's an interesting way to put it. I like your style.
Thanks. I mean, stories supposed to inspire people or make them feel a certain way and make them think about what to do with their lives.
Exactly. Like, art is a way to explore things in an interesting and thought-provoking way.
Oh, that was actually really good, man.
Yeah. We're finding the meaning of life. Good job, guys.
Good. Okay, so
best episode yet.
So the next question is, how long has Graham played pool on set for?
Oh man, guys, I'm gonna answer this one here. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, Graham.
Okay, so there's actually a thing going on. There's a story behind this. I was at a party, and there is a guy there. There's a senior, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to play pool with me?" I'm like, "I'm pretty bad at it, but sure." And this guy had some wicked pool talent. Like, he was really, really good, just knocking balls in left and right. And I'm like, wow, I want to be like that guy. So I start learning how to play pool over the next couple weeks, and then I get to Robert's house, and I go in the basement. I'm like, oh my god, pool table, and I start playing, and I just play, and I play, and I play.
It's become a gag in the series.
It's become a gag because people are like, how long has Graham played pool? But I'm like, I love playing pool. So what's the problem here?
Yeah, like Friction, he literally plays pool on a poker table.
Yeah, I've played it in almost all of the episodes except for Sleepwalk and I don't know, I think just Sleepwalk.
So I mean, in Treeline, even though you're nowhere near a pool table, you have a pool cue.
I know,
ready to fight the Messiah.
Exactly, that's how you do it, guys. You fight the Messiah with...
That's his weakness.
Yeah, it's a pool stick.
Did you play pool in Creek?
Yeah, well, I think I started playing pool in Creek.
Yeah, you started.
I did. I come downstairs in the basement, I'm like, hey, it's me.
You walk
and then
past,
I go over pool.
Yeah, you just walk past me, pick up the pool cube, don't even take your jacket off.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you do it.
And I'm like,
that's how professionals do it.
Yep.
My uncle was a professional poker player. He went to the Las Vegas games.
To Vegas? Ooh,
yeah, to Vegas, and that doesn't relate to pool. It's poker. Okay, back to it. Robert, questions.
Okay, next question.
Wasn't there two questions about pool?
No,
I'm getting on the Discord.
It was the same question.
I'm going to answer the other question, though. No, you can answer the next question.
When recording videos featuring the Herald, aside from Search and Rescue, did Robert do the body acting? Yes, I did. I did body act for the Herald and, like, those Mark Klaus videos. Well, except for the very recent one with the sleepwalk. Someone else body acted. And we're not going to say who, mostly because this is kind of a nod.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a nod.
Towards a certain theory.
Yeah. What is Sgt Picklehead's first name?
Jeff.
All right.
Jeff Picklehead. That has Jeff a great ring to it.
It does. It does. I'm on the Discord right now. Have you ever had to rewrite a part of the story based on what the participants do?
Nothing too major. I think the biggest thing I had to rewrite was Alex, because of how far away he lives from me, I couldn't make him the kind of main character I was wanting him to be. But he's still a main character, but not in the way that he was going to be. He was originally gonna fill Graham and Ethan's role.
What inspired the idea for the ARG?
I already kind of mentioned this. It was the whole design with the Wendigo for the monster. I kind of built it off that monster. Mm-hmm. And again, this thing is not. It looks like a Wendigo, has some of the same abilities, but you're gonna see pretty soon in the series that they are two completely different beings.
Well, if I may step in here, something if I noticed here.
That's very polite.
I think that something inspired you was the Logan Paul suicide force.
Oh.
no, I'm serious, because I feel like that's where you feel like I need to implement some of the satire. Because
about religion?
No, because,
yeah, about religion.
Well, I feel like there are also underties here to people watching sick things happen on YouTube and they're not doing anything about it. That's why I'm sort of taken away from the series. I feel like that started to be implemented.
Yes, yes. There's actually a Base 64 description that from the Messiah itself saying, "Why do you watch this? You just enjoy watching him suffer. You do nothing."
Exactly. So
that is exactly what happened. I gave away a code, but
I think
that is also an underlying thing.
I think that the sort of Logan Paul thing kind of inspired that, because you were just. I remember watching that video where you were disgusted by it.
Yeah.
And I think that it kind of got you thinking, or maybe subconsciously or whatever. I think you started implementing ideas like that.
Yeah.
That's just how I viewed it.
It has that element too. It's again, this. I want this series to also feel personal in a sense. I mean, that's why I made the Herald email account that I don't.
The Herald female account? No,
I said email, Graham.
That's because of another question that Fox asked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did Herald make a typo, or did he confirm that he is a her? Hey, Fox, it's not nice to assume genders. This is 2018. I am a feminazi. I agree. I am free. And that is my statement, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
As the host of this podcast, I do nothing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't interrupt you, Bob.
Yeah, it's good. But actually, back on topic with the whole Herald email account, I want to make this series kind of feel very personal and interactive, because I'm actually the one responding. I'm not making copy and paste responses for that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
No,
it's fine.
It's fine.
But yeah, it's I mean, there's multiple times where the audience is directly stated. I don't want it to feel super meta or anything like that, but it's supposed to feel like it's happening within our world, kind of like most ARGs. All the characters are somewhat aware of the audience.
It feels like so meta. It feels like you've achieved something so big that you feel like you can go even bigger.
Yes.
Meta. Okay,
even more math.
Fox also asked, when recording videos featuring the Herald.
I already answered that one.
Oh yeah, you did. Poker night and chill? Yes, baby.
No.
How much time did it? Oh, sorry. I'm thinking about the poker night. How much time did it take to create costumes for Mark Klaus, the Herald, Messiah, etc.? How much dollars are sank into the mask?
Okay, so answer that first part of the question. So the Mark Klaus costume, that one was pretty easy to create. Black clothes.
Black clocks?
Black clothes.
Black clothes.
The black cloak. Okay, black cloak.
Black order.
So
Thanos.
So basically, black cloak, red mask. Pretty simple design. The Herald one was a little different. That one was I made the mask and I just kind of used stuff that I had to make that costume, and it ended up looking pretty good. The Messiah one.
Didn't we talk about that earlier?
We didn't really talk about that one in detail. I didn't talk about how much of a pain in the ass that costume was. No, I'm telling you, it was the
No, I believe you.
It is probably one of the a little bit of a regret I had is how much time I spent doing this thing, because this costume. First of all, I had to scour the internet for a good deer skull mask. Didn't find one.
Why did you just find the guys from the trailer of Get Out? Didn't they have a deer in the movie before Jordan Peele was like, "Hey, let's not."
They never used it, so I can use it.
Yeah,
so I can take it.
I mean, that's my first reaction to the Messiah was like, "Hey, remember the trailer from Get Out that had deer, like the skin, the deer that's just bones?" I'm like, what happened to that? That would have made Get Out way scarier.
Yeah, well, so again, I didn't find a mask that was decent, but again, might have been a blessing in disguise. And I sunk too much money into that one, like fucking $80.
$80, wow.
And then we had to design the rest of the costume. We had to get kind of a black suit that like acts as the base of the costume almost, and then we had to make like the fur. And that was pretty much the month-long process of making the costume, and it was not fun in the slightest.
I feel like it turned out pretty well.
It turned out well, and it is definitely it's a lot different than what I had planned. I planned for the Messiah to look a lot scarier,
like from the movie.
Robert is one fat Mexican.
Lethal Bacon, we love you.
We love you.
Who's Lethal Bacon?
Lethal Bacon is a good friend of ours. Yeah. He was on the first episode of the Slowcast.
He made an exposed video of me.
He was on the first episode. He was the best.
He's the Messiah.
I'm the Messiah. Lethal Bacon, you heard it first. Lethal Bacon is the Messiah. Screenshot that.
You can send that to Fox.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to Fox.
So the end of the series just got leaked. Damn it, Lethal Bacon, you spoiled everything.
Darn it.
The end, Sgt Picklehead's over.
Fuck yeah, I am. He knows it too.
He knows it.
Lethal, we need to have a reunitation for another episode. We need to have Nick and you come back for the Slowcast.
That would be awesome.
That would be the greatest thing ever. Oh look. Roberto.
Bring back the old
Roberto.
Uh-oh.
Alright. So, wow.
Okay.
Okay, so, is there any other stories we want to tell from this? Well, Hey guys, let's read some messages from the chat. Becca Killy, your mom gay. Lethal Bacon, eat shit and die. Good job, guys. Good job.
Great, this is amazing. Okay, I'm gonna pull up this too so I can chat in the chat.
You can screenshot it.
And I'm gonna type Thanos.
Oh my god, this is one.
Now, this is the point where this is where the ARG starts to devolve.
Yeah. I will say there were multiple times in the series where I took a shot at editing some of the stuff from the ARG just to see how style is different. Especially since I took some footage. If you remember the episode The Forest. No, it was the tree line. The tree line where the Messiah first appears. I did a little short clip with the Messiah with Reed.
That's probably what got the cops called.
Probably. Well, I don't know. When the woman described Reed, the woman described it as she said that Reed was in the deer costume and he was outside, and she said, "Husband, go call on the phone to the cops." And so the husband grabs the phone, and the officer on the phone was like, "Describe every move describe the person." He was like, "Oh, it's a deer mask and it's like a human skin." And then the police officer asked, "What is the thing doing now?" And then he said, "It's coming to our house." He paused. Hey guys, the chat's kind of fun.
This chat's awesome.
I like the chat going on right now. I think YouTube added a feature where we can go back in time and see the chat at this point.
Yes. Oh, this is amazing.
All right. Yep.
Okay. But yeah, so we should talk about I might talk about the trailer.
Well, I love the trailer.
Yeah, I like, at first I thought the music was a little bit distracting, but I actually thought it was a nice choice after watching it again.
Yeah, this is my first crack at making a trailer. I'm sure you can probably tell. This is my first crack at a legit trailer. I've made plenty of stupid trailers before.
Hey, you should watch the Psychic Friend Fredbear trailer.
Oh, God.
That doesn't actually exist. Psychic Friend Fredbear 3 coming to a
Wait, there's
theater
3
near
people?
you.
Yeah, it's my friend Alex. We found him in the woods.
Yeah.
All right? He was living there, and the Messiah tried to kill him.
Hey,
Hello,
Lethal
Bacon.
Hey, Lethal Bacon, can we get Nick and us to do another episode of the Slowcast? He's gonna answer me one of these days. Make more Angry Birds videos.
You made Angry Birds
Angry Birds
video?
Craptastic Adventure.
I did. Remember
Bring
that?
it back.
I should.
You made Angry Birds video?
I did at one point. Hell yeah. Lethal said we're doing another episode with all of us. That was fun. Thanks, Lethal.
You're fun, Lethal.
Lethal, you're great. I'm so happy you're still subscribed.
I'm happy that you made an exposed video on me, right? Okay, that hostile environment.
Yeah, everybody. I think my favorite Sgt Picklehead video was either not in my Christian household. That was definitely a highlight. And the Peter scraps me, no one is dead.
Yeah.
That one. Because it was funny trying to see Sgt Picklehead do a Slowking video and do it so correctly.
I didn't even try to make it a Slowking video.
It just kind of became
It just kind of became one.
I mean, if you add the correct music, you add the correct cutting, the audio cutting, like, at some point in the stupid Slowking show, I developed a distinct style that works so well that it just makes the stupid Slowking show great.
Wow.
Slowking. It's the big thing.
So, should we talk about our new project we're trying to get off this summer?
I think we should wait for another moment, Alex.
Shoot, oops.
We can't talk about this.
That's fine.
That's confidential information.
Well, that's fine. Lethal Bacon said another one coming soon for you, Robert.
Oh boy.
Good job. All right.
Another.
Why does his emoji look like a pile of dough?
Pile of shit. It's a Jello. It's the Jello emoji. Haven't you seen it?
It's your mother.
Your mom. Oh, ha ha ha! Very funny. Highly original content. All right. Yeah, we've made it pretty far, guys. We answered all the questions, ladies and gentlemen. We told our stories in the first half.
Actually, wait. There's one more story.
Well, what's the last
Fuck
story?
you, Alex. Don't comment about my emojis, you Alex.
You look like a shoe.
Yeah, you look like a shoe.
You look like a crystal gay.
Okay, so there's one more story I need to mention, and that is about the process of filming a particular Mark Klaus video known as Patient Zero. It was the one that happened right after home video. I really wish, again, Logan was here for this, because he could also tell you quite the story too. But it was him and I. We were filming a couple of Mark Klaus videos. We filmed the first one, and then we also filmed the third one. So anyways, so the video is like 30 seconds, right? Not very long. Well, it took us probably about 2 hours to film the whole thing because we were doing the thing at the head where it was like kind of really rough stop motion where it was like kind of shifting across the screen.
Yeah.
And I mean, it ended up looking pretty cool, but it was like so long. I was standing there. I had to position the foam head, take a picture, and Reed just had to stand there with his the flashlight for about like half an hour on each clip, and it was bad. It was not fun. And we were inside probably like a 6-foot room too.
Wow. Yeah, I can imagine because you filmed it where you did the Conrad Picklehead stuff, basically.
And that room's so cramped.
Yeah, it's very cramped.
Compared to like my old basement,
which was pretty nice, which I kind of miss. I was going through the old Master Magi footage from that one episode we filmed, and it gave me a little bit of nostalgia. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was watching the freaking illegal millipede racing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't in that. But I remember watching the illegal millipede racing.
And how much of a mess it became at the end.
Yeah, like a gunslinger. You had Danny Rand.
And the greatest character.
Yeah. Then you had French Slowking, which never appeared again.
Yep, exactly. Wait a second.
French Slowking.
Wait a minute, that was...
Yeah, he said I gotta put in French Slowking.
I did. I remember
And you're supposed
that.
to be like the stupid Slowking's equivalent of Comrade Picklehead.
Basically, but then I decided that was a horrible idea, and I didn't do
Because
it.
you would have been a Sgt Picklehead clone.
Do not consult me on how many times you've stolen my content.
I know.
You need to shut your mouth.
I know.
You've stolen my content a fair share of times.
I've stolen, for one, let's see.
The interview video,
Yes.
you stole that. Then you did a Christmas parody. No, that was the same thing.
It was the same video.
Yep, and I could...
That was actually one I...
You actually stole a video of mine and put it on Cynical Pickle. The How to Debate, that was going to be a little bit of a hack video.
I didn't know you were going to use that. You never
I
said
told you multiple times I was editing that video.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Oh. Well, you can still watch it. Nobody watches Cynical Pickle.
Exactly. Well, I would like to have my edit on there. And, well, I'm still mad about that. But that's fine. We're okay, guys.
We're still bitter.
This saltiness is crazy. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically.
PewDiePie and Jax Films. Graham is Jax Films. Yeah.
Why you...
Robert,
why are you
Mexican
stealing...
pedophile? Oh, wait, no.
Mexican pedophile?
No,
Hey,
PewDiePie.
Mexican pedophile.
Wow, okay, wow.
Well, I am gonna say, yeah, I am pretty salty about that because, you know,
Well,
it's a thing.
I would not have done that if I had asked you.
Yeah, I know. There was a little bit of, you know, a lack of communication.
That with same thing of most of our videos. I think there's another comment.
Lethal Bacon, shut your face. You know what? Yeah, I think the rest of this video should just be Becca and Lethal Bacon going at it.
Becca.
I said Becca for some reason. I'm thinking of somebody who left Becca. She was pretty cool. Bella and Lethal Bacon. My God.
This is actually quite fun.
This is very fun. I
feel like
don't want this to end.
I feel like some kind of god.
Hey, cool.
Hey, I created the ARG.
Yay.
I'm basically a god now.
You basically are a god.
I know. Ah, Timmy Whistle!
Also, notably, you stole the hat from Dank Miser on the Sgt Picklehead character.
I never watched Master Magi
and then you stole the gas mask I used. The one I was going to use in the video? Yeah, I have multiple examples.
Yeah, good
okay. All right.
We could say it was inspired. Actually, first of all, I will say for the hat, I've never watched Master Magi.
That is a complete lie, because I've seen you watch Master Magi before.
I've seen the first few episodes. I don't think you No, Dank Miser wasn't a thing then. Before I...
Dank Miser was a thing on the very first episode.
He was?
He was on the very first episode.
Wait, which one was that one? Was that the one with the fucking scooter?
That was the one with the fucking scooter.
I did not watch that one.
Scooter.
He was the one in the second episode, in the third episode, in the fourth episode.
Trident gum.
I might just screenshot the entire chat right now.
Bella, Alex is a homosexual. Oh, snap.
That's sad.
You got me.
Coming out of the closet.
Yeah, Alex.
Coming out in 2018. Alex.
Oh, it's like that movie. It's like that movie. Love Simon, except it's Love Alex.
Love Alex.
Love Alex. For some reason, I thought that was
love you,
Cuff.
Alex.
Lol.
Call me by your name.
Call me by your 2-hour movie that is really, really slow paced.
Oh, it is? I haven't seen it.
I watched the first hour of it and then I'm like, this is boring. I'm going to bed.
Oh.
It's not salty because I thought the movie was fine.
Just boring.
Yeah.
Just some Oscar bait.
Well, not really Oscar bait. It's just like there's no interesting direction or cinematography or like the writing's fine. It's just everything else about it is kind of bland. I'm gonna say. And the music's good.
Well, hold on. Bella Kelly likes to call you by your name.
I love that movie.
Well,
that's good.
I've never seen it, but I know it has Timothy Chalamet in it, and he's in that one movie coming out, Hot Summer Nights. Which
I really want to see that.
Dude, that looks so good, dude.
We've just evolved into talking about movies.
Because it's like about this nerdy kid smoking drugs and doing stuff. That looks good.
Very good.
So I think... Remember that stupid Slowking Exposed video I made?
Yeah.
And actually...
Are you just going to do another one to taunt me? What are you going to do?
The Messiah exposes stupid Slowking. The Messiah has a special message for the stupid Slowking.
Hey guys, Big D exposed stupid Slowking.
Big D.
Big D is the greatest character.
Big D's amazing.
Have you seen that one Nostalgia Critic episode where you Spawn?
Oh.
And he's like telling the devil that this is not how you do it.
Yeah.
Can't remember
That's why
that.
Blumhouse is doing it.
Oh, shoot, I forgot about that. Yeah, Blumhouse is making a Spawn movie.
Timothy Chalamet is pretty cool. Except when, you know...
When what?
When he's just like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him in Lady Bird.
Hey, guys, let's not forget the fact that Timothy Chalamet was nominated for an Oscar, but Armie Hammer wasn't. I could do an entire episode of the Oscars based on the fact that James Franco didn't get nominated for Best Actor in The Disaster Artist.
You know why?
I don't know why.
Because of the rape allegations.
I know, but that was like... No,
it's okay.
it's not true. It's not true. He did not rape her. It's not true. I did not.
I mean, to be fair, Stan Lee got accused of rape allegations, and that
I think my turtle wants to kill himself.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna thank everybody for tuning in this episode of the Slowcast. We have Sgt Picklehead and Alex on this episode. We talked about the ARG. We talked about some movies, and we had a grand old time.
Griffin, you gave me your turtle, you motherfucking liar.
It was an honor to be on here. It's been a dream of mine ever since the Slowcast was created.
Aw, thank you. That's very nice of you.
Can I give a special ending message about the Sgt Picklehead show?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. So, again, thank you guys for watching this episode, and thank you for watching the Sgt Picklehead episode, and, like, especially those who are fairly dedicated to the series and go out of their way to solve the stuff. It really means a lot to me, because I kind of went in making this, like, I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how people are gonna like it. But it really turned out well, and I'm glad that it's getting really good reception for the most part, and I can't wait for you guys to see where this series goes.
I can't wait to help you film some.
Yeah,
It's gonna be crazy.
This is gonna be fun.
The series is far from over, and there's a lot more that's gonna happen. You are gay. Okay. So yeah, right now the chat. I'm sorry. I was gonna do like a heartwarming message about the series, but no, the chat's just being cancer right now.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that's fun.
Oh well, but just again.
I love how I said the Oscars were gay as a joke.
I'm not in this to become like million subscriber type of thing. That's the last thing I want, because I don't want like this big audience watching it. I'd rather have a small cult following like I have. I hope you die of herpes. But I kind of have. This chat's a mess.
All right.
Okay, I'm done. All
right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode of the Slowcast. Thank Robert for asking me if he wanted to do a Slowcast episode based on this. And also thank everybody for coming back after a 8-month hiatus. And I will see you on the next episode. And hopefully it will be out in 2 weeks, because we have a new guest coming on. All right, everybody. Goodbye.
Dab.
Bye.